time to make the coffee. Today's flavor is hazelnut. I'm going to have that with some hazelnut creamer from Walmart. It's going to be 75 degrees today, and it's cloudy with a chance of rain. So I just listened to the weather forecast for the next week. And this week it's going to be mostly in the low to mid 70s, that's what it is. With clouds and some intermittent rain here and there. But next week, a couple of days, the high is going to only be 59. So as soon as my outdoor furniture dries out, I'm going to cover it up. And also, I need to get out in the garage before the weather starts getting cold. So, I had a bunch of labs done yesterday, and most things are in the okay range, so that's a good thing. So, yeah, have your labs done once a year anyway, and if you're having problems, ask your doctor to run other labs. I had my vitamin D level checked. That was fine. I do take a supplement, not consistently, but I do take a supplement for that, and my magnesium level was also okay. So a lot of people, I guess, are low in magnesium. At one point I was, but I guess that's straightened itself out. So if you have your lab tests once a year, you might be able to get ahead of some problems that you could be developing as you're getting older. My blood glucose was fine, so no problems there. And yeah, everything was okay, so I don't know what the deal is about, well, it's the fibro. They don't really have a test that I know of that's conclusive for fibromyalgia. It's sort of a pressure point sensitivity test, and so with my blood work being okay, I don't think they have a blood work test unless there's something new that I don't know about. If you know about something, leave it in the comments below. So anyway, I'm going to have some hazelnut creamer with this. And today I really would like to stay home. Yesterday I went to Costco and I showed you the things that I bought. And I have a couple things coming from Amazon yet. I got some extra fuel for my butane stove. So I've got plenty of that now. And so I think I'm good on the fuel, except I do want to get one more butane tank. And I think I want to get a gas can and keep that filled up. Now, a couple of you have suggested a couple additives that I could put to the gas so that it doesn't go bad. But with this longshoreman strike, I think they're striking. I don't know. I haven't watched anything yet about it this morning. If that goes on for a long time, it could be problematic with the supply chain. So make sure you have what you need, and don't go crazy, with the, oh my God, we're not going to have any food, we're not going to have any toilet paper. But, have enough stock in your house that you don't have to worry about it if some of these items become difficult to get. I'm good. I've been planning for things like this for a very long time, so I think I have what I need. Sometimes you don't figure that out until you actually get into a situation like that, but I think I'm good. So, and I hope you are too. So cheers. This mug matches my living room and my kitchen, orange and green. Orange has always kind of been my favorite color. Not necessarily the real bright in your face orange. I like a more muted orange, but I love the fall colors, much better than the spring colors. So, yeah, I like fall. Fall is a really nice time of the year, even though it does start to rain and the weather cools off. I think my favorite month is probably September. September and October, those 2 months have the nicest weather. October for the leaves, as they start to turn and they're beautiful. And September, you still have little bits of summer here and there, but the weather isn't so beastly hot usually. So, yeah, November it starts to get a little too cold for my taste, and so. But anyway, that's me. I know some people like winter because they like their winter sports, but not me. I could hibernate in the winter and I'd be perfectly happy. So, okay, I will meet you over there at the budget book. Well, here we are at my budget book. So yesterday, the last day of September, kind of sad to see September go since it is one of my favorite months, but I want to enjoy October, and I have 2 family birthdays coming up this month, my daughter and my oldest grandson. So, but anyway, yesterday I went to Costco, and I did spend quite a bit. I got some prepper things, but they're things that are also useless anytime. So I have no buyer's remorse about anything I bought. So I think I have, once my generator gets here, I think I'm going to call it good for this year, unless there's a really good sale on Amazon the 8th and 9th when they have their Prime Day thing. I'll look and see if I can find a solar generator, because those you can charge up outside, and I know they take a long time to charge, but you can also leave them inside and charge them up from an outlet. So, and I want to get one. I've seen where they have them with a special, I don't know, some sort of a connecting transfer box where you can charge them up on a generator. So I think that's what I'm looking for, but that's probably another $1,000 anyway. So I'm waiting for that for Prime Days to see if that goes on sale. So that would be great if it did, but we'll see. So with the prices, they keep going up, and I'm sure with this longshoreman strike, the prices will be continued to get price gouged. So, but we don't want to be caught short either. So don't go panic buy. They could resolve this quickly, but it's so close to the people choosing time that it's just shocking that we're going to have more disasters. So anyway, that's what I did yesterday. I went to Costco and got a few things. So I'm good on lighting. I'm good on the heat now. And like I said, I'd like to get one more propane tank. So, and then I'll be fine for the whole winter. So, yeah, there were a couple other things that I had ordered from Amazon during one of these Red X deals, and they're kind of trickling in, so I'm glad I got them ordered beforehand, because some of it is fuel for my little cooker stoves. So I'll be good with the cooking, and I'll be good with the food and heat and light. So I could go for, a shorter extended period of time and be okay with that. As long as there's propane available. But like I said, I do want to get an extra gas can. I do not like to store gas in the garage. especially since my garage is attached to my house. I just really don't like that. But it's probably good to keep a little bit on hand for your car if you need it. But I'm going to make an extra effort to keep the car gassed up all the way. Usually, you know, I'll keep gassing it up when I see the prices are good, but instead of waiting till the gas goes down and I have half a tank, I'm just going to keep it filled up once it gets down to a quarter of a tank. And hopefully they'll get this resolved quickly and it won't even be an issue. But, you know, nowadays things happen. So just prepare yourself and, you know, don't say, oh, I'll be fine, you know, unless you're a person that knows how to live off-grid. You may not be fine, not to scare anybody, but, you know, get a few extra provisions for at least a week or two, or a month would be good if you have enough provisions for a month. I mean, some of you may say, but Ellen, I live in an apartment, there's no way I can stock stuff. Well, you know, you can find nooks and crannies under the bed, under the furniture. It doesn't have to be all over your house. You know, you can have a closet where you stuff a few extra cans of things and stuff you like to eat. So, and if you live in an apartment, one of those small battery generators would probably be good. At least you'd have some light and, you know, something to cook on. That would be good too. So I know some of you have said that you're not allowed to have any fire in your apartment or your condo, which, you know, that makes sense. A lot of people aren't always careful with those things, but you know, there are things that you can do. You can have battery charged lanterns. That's always a good option. I have a couple of those. Yeah, you know, do a little research and see what your very bare necessities would be in a power outage. So, okay, let's see what else is going on today. Well, good morning, coffee time, cheers. Well, I was telling you yesterday that I went to Costco and I bought these flashlights. I'm not affiliated, you know, I'm just sharing something that I thought was really nice. So these were regularly $24.99 and they had $5 off. And you get 3 of them. So I thought I have 3 other ones that are smaller that I really like, and they're from Duracell too. So this morning I unpacked them and I realized that they're even nicer than what I thought. They're Ultra Beam and they're like a hybrid. So you can choose whether you want to, it comes with batteries enough for a AAA. Comes with batteries enough for all 3 flashlights. So, but I didn't realize that you can choose between either having the battery operated or it comes with these inserts, and these are for recharging them. So you can do 2 different things. So as long as these batteries are charged, you can use those instead of the AAA batteries. These have a nice weight to them. They're really, really nice. And I put batteries in this one. I wanted to see how bright it was. And they're really, really bright. Let me show you over there. Now, hang on. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, they're really bright, and you can also concentrate the light, and it also goes with different levels of light. So you can do 100%. Well, that's off. That's not as bright. So yeah, well, there, it flashes too, if you need that. So yeah, I really like these flashlights. So they'd be, sorry if I'm making you dizzy, they would be a great Christmas gift for $20. So if you have a Costco near you, I really would highly recommend these. Anyway, that's enough about that. Like I said, I'm not affiliated. I don't get any money for this. It's just something that I bought that I thought was really cool. Another thing that I bought for kind of stocking up a little bit, because I used one of my bags of Butler soy curls, and you can use those for meat replacement. So even the people that eat meat might want to think about getting yourself a bag of Butler soy curls. But I like to keep those on hand because they store very, very easily. Excuse me. So anyway, I ordered some on Amazon, and I usually get the Butler soy curls. And they're not cheap. They're not cheap, but a bag of them goes quite a ways because they do swell up. And you can use them as a chicken replacement, as a beef replacement, as a pork replacement. It depends on how you flavor them as to how they're going to turn out. You can put them in barbecue sauce, you can put them in gravy, in stews, in soups, all different things. And I have videos on here where I've prepared them in a stir fry. And I think they're good. You know, do they taste 100% like meat? No, but they have the chew of meat if you cook them right. And if you put them on, you know, a sandwich with some barbecue sauce and maybe stick a little coleslaw on top, you have yourself a delicious meal. And they're quick. They're really quick to cook, which is important if there's a power outage. Well, if I remember, I'll stick the link to where I got these. Again, I am not affiliated. I paid for this out of pocket. But usually the soy curls, you can get one package or you can get 3 or 4 packages. They're all kind of different prices. But I took a chance and I kind of went with, I think it was a small business, and I bought a bulk container of them. And they arrived yesterday, and much to my surprise, it says on the bulk package, Butler soy curls. And they were actually cheaper. You got more for your money. So, like I said, if I remember, I'll try and link it below for those of you that are vegetarian or vegan. But I thought it was a good deal, and I'll show them to you. Okay, so I was a little hesitant about buying these, but they were, you know, quite a bit cheaper. So I thought, I'm going to take a chance and see how they are, because I was thinking, oh, I'm going to have a little tiny shredded pieces, which is fine if you want to make like a shredded pork, but I wanted the just the regular Butler soy curls. So I got this huge package, and it says right on there, Butler soy curls. So these will be going into my storage, and what I usually do with mine is I stick them in the freezer, but you know, you don't have to. You can do with these what you do with your long-term storage. You know, stick them in a bucket or in glass jars with oxygen absorbers or whatever. But I wanted to share that for those of you that are interested in the Butler soy curls. And all that's in here is non-GMO, certified, chemical-free. Ingredients is 100% delicately textured soybeans. So, of course, if you don't eat soy, that's not for you, but I do. So I was real happy with those two things. And then one more thing I got, and this was from Walmart, and you get 4 of these Swiffer reusable pads for a Swiffer, and they're regularly $15 for 4 of them, and they were on clearance, and I paid $10. I don't know if they're still on clearance. Again, I bought these out of pocket, but you know, if you're into Swiffer and you're going through the pads, I would be going through a box a week, you know, and that gets expensive. So I'm just looking around for things that are inexpensive that I can afford to buy, that will help me out either in keeping my house cleaner or in, you know, a grid down situation. So anyway, I think I have everything pretty well gathered that I need. Like I said, there are a few things that are still going to be showing up on my doorstep. My generator is supposed to be coming tomorrow. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm happy with the purchases that I made. But the flashlights were a really good surprise, and I thought that would be an awesome Christmas gift. So let's read a positive quote. Okay, let's see. This is just a random pick. And some of these I've already read. A man who views the world the same at 50 as he did at 20 has wasted 30 years of his life. And that was a quote by Muhammad Ali. So yeah, I mean, really, everything changes in 30 years. You're going to change, your body's going to change, your mental attitude, if you're at all a person who likes to learn new things, and, you know, I mean, some of the things in your life work just fine. You know, so it's same old, same old. You have the same cleaning routine. You have the same vacation time every year. You go to the same place, and, you know, and that's fine, you know, if that works for you. But most of us, we have life that gets in the way. And sometimes you just have to make adjustments, and it changes your thinking too. Like, I used to travel, not extensively. Well, yeah, I've traveled quite a bit when I was younger. But, you know, then I went to a totally different lifestyle. When I got divorced, I've always had a dog or a cat, or, you know, sometimes a dog and a cat throughout my life. And I love animals, always have. I'd have a whole house full if I could A, afford it, and B, have the energy to keep up with them. But sorry about the fixing of the camera. There we go. But after I got divorced, my little dog that I loved so much, I mean, she was like, I love these guys too, but Allie was my soul dog. She just was. She and I were two peas in a pod, and she lived to be 14, and she was diabetic the last 4 years of her life, so she required a lot of care, and she actually died here at home with me. I didn't take her in to put her to sleep or anything. She died here at home with me in her little bed, and oh, I cried for the longest time. But anyway, that's not where I was going. I was just reminiscing here. And so after I got divorced, I knew she was, you know, deteriorating, and I thought, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I don't want to be all rattling around this big house. Well, it's not big. This house. with no other entity except me. And this was before my grandson moved in with me too. So I got 3 puppies, and she loved the dogs too. She was still around when I had them. She was around for I would say almost a year. I'm not sure, with the puppies, and I wasn't too sure how she would react with the other dogs, but she was fine with them. But she was at a point in her life where she slept a lot. You know, like a lot of older people, older animals, that's what they do. So anyway, that's how I got my 3 dogs. I was looking for another dog online. I found Chloe first, and her face just, it's like, oh my goodness. And I got her from the Rescue Inn, and at the time, to adopt a dog from them, it was, I don't know, it was like $200 or $300. It wasn't cheap because they already spay and neuter, and they also chip the dogs. So I got her first. Then I was looking online, and it was like the you know how it is when you're looking online and shopping. And I found Bandit, and he was actually, there were I think 4 puppies. And originally I wanted to get 2 of them, and he was at a kill shelter in southern Ohio. So, but yeah, I kind of fell in love with him like right away. And then I was going to take one of his sisters too, but she seemed happy to go play with her siblings, and so it's like, oh, I really shouldn't get 2 of them. So I ended up getting Bandit. And then again, I thought, yeah, I'd like a whole pack of dogs. I think that would be fun. So I ended up looking on Facebook again, and the Rescue Inn is on Facebook. It's an area rescue. They don't have a brick and mortar facility, but they have a network of people. And then I found Little Lizzie, and I thought, oh, I can deal with one more small dog. So I got her in between. But yeah, I don't regret. I don't regret having the 3 dogs. It's worked out great. And so anyway, just wanted to talk about how things change in your life. And, you know, you have to change your physical ability. Like I have to downsize my garden. In my house, if I can still maintain what I have that I like, I'll keep it. I'm getting rid of things that I don't like, passing it on to other people. I've gotten rid of tons of clothes because I don't need my work clothes anymore. I don't wear dresses really anymore. Sometimes in the summer I'll wear a sundress or something. But, you know, as you get older too, your skin isn't so nice anymore, and, you know, sleeveless things don't look that good. So I've gotten rid of a lot of those things. I don't care if I'm around the house, I'll just schlep around in anything. But I've gotten rid of high heels, those have all gone. I mean, I have gotten rid of bags and bags and bags of clothing. So, anyway, so things change, and it's okay, and I've learned a lot over the years. You know, I went through nursing school. I graduated from that when I was 45. Before that, I was a hairdresser. I really liked that career. That was a lot of fun. And, you know, when you're a hairdresser, you're kind of like a bartender. You know, you get to know your clients, and they tell you all kinds of stories, and, you know, so they confide in you. And then they come back, you know, once a month or, you know, whatever. But I really enjoyed hairdressing. It was very creative for me because, of course, you can create all these different hairstyles and everything. And then nursing, I went to office work with that, and it provided a good career for me. I just don't like poking and prodding people. That wasn't my favorite thing to do, although I did floor nursing for a while. But most of my nursing career was in long-term care. So I had clients or patients, well, we called them residents. We didn't call them patients. But I had residents that would request me to take care of them because, I tried to make a connection with them rather than just, okay, roll over, wash, 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 roll over, and okay, there you go, goodbye. And I just wanted to spend a little extra time with each resident. And a lot of the residents that requested me were actually difficult patients, but I tried to establish a connection with them. I had this little lady, not to digress, but some of you may not even be interested in this, but I had this little lady, little tiny thing, and she'd be, oh, honey, this, and oh, honey, that, and she'd be toddling down the hallway with her little walker, and a very sweet little old lady, but when you wanted to shower her, she turned into Attila the Hun. She would hit, she would, and I had a conversation with her, and a lot of the, nursing assistants have a very big client base that they have to take care of. So a lot of them don't have the time to, spend with a lot of the residents, patients. So they have to get it done. And, I talked to her and it's like, well, why don't you want to get clean and take a shower and things like that? I said, is it that you don't like the water in your face when they're washing your hair? I mean, I was guessing at things. You don't like this, you don't like, and she said, yeah, that's it. So then, I would put a wash rag over her face and I would just say, well, here, hold this and tilt your head back. And then she was fine. So sometimes just getting in there and talking to people and actually getting to the root of why they act the way they act, sometimes you get enlightened with these things. So anyway, that's a little bit of my background story. And, but anyway, yeah, I like to be prepared. That's one thing I've learned in life, as situations come up and things don't turn out the way you think they will. And, you have to learn from your past mistakes and not be worried about making mistakes and, kind of build on. I talked a little bit about this yesterday or the day before. You have to build on your experience, and it's like, okay, maybe if I tweak this and do this or do that, it might work. And you just have to keep building on your mistakes. And then eventually, you'll be successful. So those are some of the things I've learned from, I thought when I first started out as a young woman, I got married at 21, and my kid's dad, talking about him, and we had been together since we were 16. We were high school sweethearts. And back then, it was like, yeah, we're going to get married, we're going to have kids, and, and we were kind of on the same page with that. But then you think, this is going to be forever. This is going to be forever, and this is how it's going to work out. And then a lot of times you end up, problems start to come, and you start seeing when you're actually married and living with somebody, it's different than when you're dating, and you start seeing problems and how they conduct themselves and how you react to that. And, before you know it, well, that didn't work out the way I thought it would. So, over the years, I've learned how relationships work, what I need from a relationship. And one of the mistakes that I've done with past relationships, and I've only had 3 that were substantial. Not 3 marriages, 2 marriages, but what I've learned is that I always put the needs of my partner ahead of my needs, and they were more than happy to comply with that. It wasn't like, okay, from their standpoint, I'm going to put your needs ahead of mine. They were perfectly happy to have me put their needs in front of mine. But it has to be a two-way street. And that's one thing that I have learned over the years, over different relationships, that when you enter into a relationship and that person you think might be the one, make sure the one is also focused on your needs and not just their own needs. Because after a while, you kind of say, hey, I think I'm getting the short end of the stick here, because you're not giving back as much as I'm giving. So, but anyway, so when you're looking for a life partner, just a little advice from somebody who kind of made the same mistake. Just be yourself and, make sure that your needs are met as much as meeting your partner's needs. It's important for both of you. It's a give and take. So, okay, I've been talking way too long, and this video is going to be way too long. So, but I just wanted to share some of those things and my thoughts on how you change over the years and things that I've learned. Let me know in the comments below what you've learned. I know a lot of you are married, been married a long time. How does your marriage or your partnership with your significant other work? Yeah, let me know in the comments below, because maybe there's other people that struggle with relationships and they don't know why things end up the way they end up. So we can all kind of help each other. So, all right, my friends. Well, I'm going to get going here and do some things, but that's all I have for you today. So I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.